Welcome back into Talking Fitchburg in the mayor's office with the former mayor. You're still mayor, right?
Until the 18th.
Okay. Well, the mayor of Fitchburg, Aaron Richardson. All jokes aside, Aaron, it is your final segment here on Fact TV. As the mayor does not mean that you can't come back with a brand new show, Life with Aaron.
Ooh, exciting! All right, I actually get to have a life again.
Yeah, we what do? Follow you around? I mean, you said you're going to do some like that. We're going to get to that coming up. Like, we're going to get the questions that you've been wondering about Aaron. So we're going to find out your favorite fruit, your favorite vegetable, favorite soccer ball type.
There's different types of soccer balls?
I don't know that either. Yeah, Nick's saying there's not. No, we are going to talk about some of the stuff he did, but first we will start off with our regular update before we transition to the SAD and waterworks. So let's just start first and foremost. We kind of talked about last time ahead of elections that there's still time to get on committees, commissions. You talked about last time how important it is to, it's kind of it was your starting point before you became the mayor, but what does that entail?
Yeah. There's a form online, a mayoral appointment form. If you go and look at all the different committees and commissions on our website, the form is linked right there. Fill that out. I know there's a bunch of openings, and you can actually, if you have interest in more than one committee, you can list them all in there. That's something that we updated and fixed during my time here as mayor. It's a great way to get started and get involved, make a difference in the community. Something we're always looking for more people to do. So if you're interested, highly recommend that you go and do that.
Yeah, it's a good way to kind of see the inner workings of government, and said you could be the mayor someday, so there's that.
Well, could be.
Wow. Fitchburg Senior Center, we had a minor flooding issue that's being taken care of, but we also have some fundraising going on, not related to the flood, but to the Senior Center patio. We got to see some renderings of it, but still looking for some donations.
Yeah, the renderings are gorgeous. You might be showing them right now, actually. Hey, I know how this works after 4 years.
Finally, it's only taken you 4 years.
And it's beautiful, but as we're getting costs, it's coming back as a little more expensive than what we were hoping. And so we do need about $15,000 more. And so if you are out there, you have a few dollars lying around, you can see the renderings, you can donate. We'd love to have that. And really appreciate everyone who's donated so far. It's been fantastic, the support that we've had. But we do need a little bit more. You could actually probably even go to the pancake breakfast that's coming up in about a week and a half here as well. We're expecting hundreds of people, but that'd be a great way to also support the Senior Center. You can see the renderings, maybe donate money at that point as well. I'm gonna go get some pancakes myself.
It's the old-fashioned get-together, and it's cool to see everybody coming together, young, old, you name it, everybody's there.
Yeah, it's the first time we've had it in a while because of COVID. I got to go my first year as mayor and haven't had it since. And I've missed it because, like you said, a lot of people are there. It's a great opportunity to see people throughout the community and really appreciate the support. I think Jill said that they're planning on 500 or 600 people going this year, which would be fantastic.
Yeah, it's going to be packed. There's no question about it, for a good reason. Don't let that scare you. There'll be plenty of pancakes and plenty of camaraderie that'll be happening there. All right, we switch now. We're cutting it off. That's your final city update. Now we transition to you being the mayor of Fitchburg. It's been 4 years, been fun 4 years for myself, just because I get to pick on you all the time. But that comes because I think you've been a great mayor. I've said a lot of cool stuff up for the future. So some fun questions here as you go out. We start with best moments. Like, now, there was a lot of great moments. There were a lot of tough moments too. To be a city mayor and go through COVID,
COVID was a real tough one.
It's crazy. That's not a best moment, by the way.
No.
We'll ask challenges next, but let's go best moments first as you made it through the 4 years.
I think for me, one of the things that I've been really proud about is how I think that we've increased our commitment to diversity as a city in a lot of different ways. I know first mayor to recognize Pride Month, Indigenous Peoples Day, Juneteenth. We now fly the Pride flag outside City Hall year-round. That was never raised before on any city building. So that's something this year. The Juneteenth is going to be a city holiday. So those are things there, but there's been a lot of things people don't know maybe. We created a DEI employee resource group. So a bunch of employees get together and they talk about diversity, inclusion, and equity issues, and that's who I actually ask questions of all the time as well, and they provide feedback on. So that's been something that we've done. We actually now have an incentive for people who are bilingual. If you're bilingual, you get paid a little bit extra because that's such an important thing for us to have available as staff. So there's a lot of things like that that people don't even realize that we're doing, and it's really just to let people know that, hey, diversity is important here. About a third of our residents are diverse, and so what can we do to make sure that they feel welcome? And I think that's important to do.
You also brought in the Mayor Awards, which I think is really a cool thing because you picked a resident, you picked a business, and you picked a city staff or department to highlight the work. And while all mayors and council appreciate the work of everybody that's going on, I think that's a special moment for you that you've laid that groundwork.
Yeah, I don't think we do a good enough job celebrating the people that make this such a great place to live, work, recreate, all those types of things. And so it's hard to just pick one. Frankly, that's the worst part, is only being able to pick one in all those categories. Something I said the other day is that I go through every department in the city and talk about the great things that they're doing and the great things they're doing for our residents. And that's every single department. We're extremely fortunate for the staff that we have as residents, that the staff is so dedicated, so highly skilled. I couldn't do this job without the people that we have working here. It makes my job so much easier, and it'll make the next mayor's job so much easier. So we're extremely fortunate. I'm extremely fortunate, and I just thank staff for everything that they do for me, for the city, for our residents. I couldn't do it without them.
Yeah, it's there's a lot of work that happens here, and I think when you get into the mayors, I can't even imagine sitting down on that first day. All right, here's the book, and you need to start learning. So it's a pretty interesting spot to be in. I asked you this ahead of time, so you had some time to think about it, in less than 5 minutes. But if you had more time as mayor, what would you do?
I think the one thing that I'm excited about, that we at least have started, we haven't done a whole lot with except for chosen a company to lead this, is that we're doing 2 new neighborhood plans, one Greenfield area, the other one Southstone or Prairie. And as everyone knows, the city is growing quickly. We need more areas to grow into and expand into. Those are 2 areas that are going to be the next areas we do some more expansion and growth. And really what we do with those 2 neighborhood plans is determine what kinds of things are going to go in those areas. Does it make sense to expand business parks, make sure we have enough land for that? Where we're going to have some more like retail, business, some housing? Is it some apartments? Is it some condos? Is it some single family? We need all those things. They're all important. We're in a housing crunch throughout the state, but especially here in Dane County. And you've seen that. You're trying to find a house. At least you were.
I'm by next to you. You don't know it yet, but we just became neighbors.
Oh. Okay. I guess I'm moving.
Yeah. Okay, well, this interview's over with.
So I think that's just the big thing that I was looking forward to working on. And, the next council will work on that. So I think we're going to have lots of opportunity for feedback. Again, that's something that this isn't done in a vacuum. There's opportunities for people to get involved. I really want people to get involved and really come in and talk about how you want the city to continue to grow.
All right, so human Aaron, you head out, you're former mayor. What do you do next?
Well, the first thing this spring, I'm coaching my nephew's AAU basketball team. He's a pretty good player, and something I've done a little bit before actually here in Fitchburg Rec is where we started when he's in first grade. And so now he's in 7th grade. I've been able to coach him every year in various pieces and parts and areas. So that's a big thing for this spring. Excited about that. And then just enjoying the summer. I'm going to be golfing more. I'm going to do paddle boarding, biking, all those great things. We got B-Cycle here in Fitchburg now, by the way, if people are interested in B-Cycle. I can't stop promoting things that are happening. There's a lot going on here.
That's right. You will be out in the parking, because he has all the free time now, you'll be able to talk about all the great things happening. You're still a steward of Fitchburg, right?
Absolutely.
There you go. Well, I think, Aaron, it's been great to work with you and serving mayor. You've had said some words at a department head meeting on how thankful you were. You've mentioned it many times throughout here. But as it closes out, Aaron, how special is it to be mayor of Fitchburg, a place that you grew up at, a place that you've served in so many different ways. You've been, a part of this community. You've put in the time and the effort, and we're gonna miss you. But your final thoughts?
I talked earlier about how important staff are. Very thankful for staff. One of the things in my last council meeting that I talked about was that you actually had put me up and nominated me for an award of, Friends of Access and Community Access, and was selected for that, which I really appreciate. But one of the things I talked about last night is that, as mayor, you are up front, you get kind of the accolades, you get the arrows, the negative stuff too. A lot of times, you're that main person. But no one does this job alone. And that really, we've done a lot of great things. Obviously, I've advocated for a lot of stuff, not only for your department, for other departments as well. That's not something that I do alone. That's something that I do in coordination with the council, with other staff members. And to me, that's really what this role is yes, you're maybe the main figurehead and the public face, but there's a whole team, big team behind you. You don't do this alone. So staff is a big part of that. I appreciate staff. We're very fortunate there, but I just also thank residents for having the faith in me to put me in this role. I'd like to think I did a pretty good job. I'm not perfect, and some people would probably wish I did some things different, but overall, I think we did a lot of great things these last 4 years.
Yeah, it's hard to be the steward, and you take it all, right? It doesn't matter what it is. That's the role of the mayor. You be there the good times, the bad times, and everything else in between. But hey, you did it, and we appreciate it. Always a friend of fact, and yes, we'll show the award for being a friend of Access Community Television State Award here in Wisconsin that you'll be accepting coming up here in a month. But either way, make sure you stop in and visit. We'll look forward to seeing Life with Aaron premiering on TBS. It just flows, right? That just kind of flows. But either way, thank you, Aaron, so much, and good luck to you in the future. We'll look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you. Thank you all.